Imagine waking before the sun, when the city still sleeps, when the only sound is the scrape of sandals on stone. Your back already aches. Your hands already burn, though the day has not even begun, because you are a water carrier of Rome. And your life is not your own. The aqueduct towers above you, an endless line of arches stretching across the hills. To the senators and nobles, it is a wonder, proof of Rome's greatness. To poets, it is a symbol of civilization itself. But to you, it is weight. It is pain. It is a death that comes one step at a time. Your job is simple, they say. Carry the water from the aqueduct's channels to the cisterns. From the cisterns to the fountains. From the fountains to the homes of the rich. Bucket after bucket, trip after trip, day after day, the buckets dig into your shoulders. The ropes cut your skin. Your sandals slip on wet stone. The streets are slick with spilled water, crowded with carts and cries. The patricians barely notice you. They lounge in their villas, sipping cool water, bathing in marble halls. For them, water flows like wine. For you, every drop costs blood. By midday, your tunic clings to your skin, soaked with sweat. Your arms tremble as you lift the buckets higher, higher, to pour them into cisterns. The sun blazes overhead, turning the city into a furnace. Your throat burns. Your lips crack. But you do not drink. Every drop belongs to someone else. The overseer watches, whip coiled at his side. His eyes narrow when you stumble. Faster, he snaps. Rome does not wait. You grit your teeth, force your legs to move. One step, another. Up the hill, down the hill, through the crowded forum where merchants shout and beggars claw at your tunic. Your buckets sway, the water sloshes. If you spill too much, you will not be paid. At the fountain, a noble woman waits. Her sandals are jeweled, her robe bright with silk. She does not meet your eyes. She lifts her cup, frowns when the water is not cool enough. You bow, your back screaming, and retreat before she complains. The poor watch you too. They crowd at the public fountains there. Hands outstretched, children beg for a mouthful. Old men plead for a jug. You want to stop? You want to share, but if you do, the overseer's whip will fall. You cannot afford another scar, so you keep walking. By evening, the city smells of smoke and sweat. The streets glow red in the sinking sun. Your shoulders are raw, your arms bruised, your knees trembling. Still you carry, still you climb, still you pour at home. There is no marble bath, no fountain in the courtyard, only a cracked clay jug in the corner, half empty. Your children look at you with hollow eyes. Your wife presses bread into your hands, though you know she has not eaten herself. You dip your fingers into the jug, lift a mouthful of water to your lips. It tastes of stone and dust, but it is life. For now in the night you lie on your mat, staring at the ceiling beams. Your body is a map of aches. Your hands twitch even in sleep, still gripping invisible buckets. You dream of water flowing freely, rivers that do not need to be carried. You dream of lying in the grass, your face cooled by streams. But when you wake, the aqueduct still looms, the buckets still wait, and the overseer still watches. You are a water carrier of Rome. The emperors will be remembered for their aqueducts, their fountains, their baths, but no one will remember the men who carried each drop. The days blur into one another. Sunrise, buckets, footsteps. Sunset, bruises, silence. Your body bends lower each week. Your shoulders are scarred from ropes that cut deeper with every load. Your breath shortens, your back stiffens. Still, you walk, because Rome does not pause. And neither can you. The aqueducts grow taller. New arches rise on the hills. Each one a monument to emperors who will be remembered for centuries. Crowds gather to marvel at the stonework. Orators praise thee, greatness of Rome, but no one looks at you, the man hauling water below. Your sweat darkens the earth. Your steps wear grooves into the streets, yet history does not record footsteps. It records only triumph. One afternoon, the sun beats so fiercely that the stones themselves burn. You stagger beneath the buckets, your legs trembling. The water sloshes over the edge, dampening your tunic. A child runs past, laughing, splashing through the spill. The overseer sees. His whip cracks against your back. Fire sears your skin. Careless dog, he snarls. Every drop wasted is your pay lost. You bite your lip until you taste blood. You bow your head and lift the buckets again. Because if you stop, your family starves. Your wife grows thinner. Her hands shake as she kneads bread from barley and scraps. Your children cough in the night, their voices hoarse. As the clay jug in the corner is always nearly empty. You want to bring more? You want to ease their thirst? But the water you carry is not yours. It never will be at the fountain. If you watch nobles bathe their dogs in water clearer than anything your children drink, they splash, they laugh, they waste. You clench your fists until your nails draw blood, but you keep walking because rage does not fill the jug at home. Winter brings cold that cuts to the bone. The water freezes in your buckets, turning heavy as stone. Your arms ache as you hammer ice from the rims, your fingers numb and cracked. One morning, your legs give way on the slope. You fall, the buckets crashing down, water spilling across the stones. The crowd laughs. Someone spits. You rise again, trembling, the weight heavier than before. The overseer does not laugh. His whip falls twice, 3 times. By the time you reach the cistern, your back is a lattice of pain. At night, you cough until your chest feels split. Blood stains the cloth you press to your lips. Your wife begs you to rest. Your children beg you not to go, but you cannot stop, because Rome does not stop. Then comes the festival. The aqueducts pour fountains higher than men. The baths overflow. With scented water, senators boast of Rome's greatness, praising the engineers, the architects, the emperors who gave water to the people. You stand in the crowd unseen. Your buckets lie at your feet, empty for once. You hear the cheers. You see the water arcing into the sky. It's falling in rainbows, and all you can think is how heavy it felt on your shoulders. The next morning, you do not wake easily. Your body aches as though chains drag you down, but the knock comes at your door. The overseer's voice bellows, "Work waits. Rome waits." You rise. You lift the buckets. You walk. Your legs stumble. Your chest burns.
Ow.
The world blurs around you, but you keep walking, because this is all you have ever done. On the last hill, your knees buckle. The buckets crash down. Water spills across the stones. You clutch your chest, gasping. The overseer shouts. The whip cracks, but you do not rise. Your breath rattles once, then fades. The buckets lie beside you, overturned. The water runs into the dust, vanishing as though it never existed. So too do you. They drag your body to the roadside. The overseer mutters about wasted labor. Another man takes your place by evening. The aqueduct still flows. The fountains still sing. The nobles still bathe in marble pools. No one remembers the man who carried the buckets. Years later, Rome still stands. The aqueducts rise, tall arches unbroken. Travelers marvel at their grandeur. Poets sing of their perfection, but your name is lost. Your steps forgotten. Your bones dust beneath the road you once walked. You are the Roman water carrier. You gave Rome its greatness. One drop at a time, and you died in its shadow, unseen, unheard, unrayed. Imagine carrying the lifeblood of an empire on your shoulders, day after day, until it grinds your body into the dust, and no one even remembers your name. Would you have kept walking, or let the buckets fall sooner? For more untold lives and hidden histories, subscribe to Refound Legacy.